Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesuiji at the desk. Oh, the microphone's coming in a little hot today with the Saturday Scouts, and oh boy, I am in trouble. So, those of you who remember, we did a naughty thing and cut everyone's budget in this league by a factor of 10. And as a result, a lot of teams are in the red. In fact, every team in Honkball Hoofdklasse, including the two promotees, the Amersfoort Quick and the Capelle aan den IJssel Eurostars, are in the red. In fact, nobody has money to sign players, and as a result, everyone is running a less than full team. So, I have to fix this. We've also got the draft coming up, but as you can see, we are a little short on pitchers. and fielders. We only have 5 guys signed. Vigers, Josefa, whose $62,000 salary makes him one of the most expensive players in the league. Diego Velazquez, Ole Hofstede, and Donkey Kong himself, Bas Krakendonk, who had an unsettlingly bad year last year. Not sure what's going on with that. Pitching-wise, we at least got a strong rotation. Falke van Doorn, I went into commish mode specifically to extend him. Harm Sprong and Enrique Soler. So I'm trying to figure out what the right way to fix this is. Are we going to give everyone a cash bonus so that we can sign players? Or are we going to reset budgets? I don't know. Well, for one thing, we can free up $5,000 by cutting our development budget down. Or not. Yeah, we have a lot of expenses. Spending too much money on staff. I do wonder if my scout just isn't up to the task. We'll see. I mean, hey, this club did manage to sneak out a semifinals placement in the Königreichsbecher. The Osterhout twins win the pennant for Honkball-Hoefenklasse and the cup, but lose the plate, the postseason championship, to the Rosmalen Griffins. The Griffins, by the way, are such a storied franchise that they have won championships in 3 of the 4 seasons they've been in this game. Promoted twice and then won the whole shebang. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. We gotta hop into commish mode for certain. And go edit finances. I want to give it, make it so that each team has at least $50,000 in cash. So if we do that, nope, we are still in the hole. Can I go out and sign players with the cash that I just got? No. I guess we are going to have to manually make a cash infusion. All right, we're going to do 2 things, and I'm capturing them both on camera here. We are going to have a compliance buyout. So the most expensive player from every team is going to be relieved. And then we're going to top up the cash budget. So, unfortunately for me, that means our starting shortstop, Jakey Josefa. This was supposed to be a... What's the word I'm looking for? A player option for him anyway. So if we release him... Yeah, that's not going to work. What if we retire and unretire him? There we go. So we're still paying a lot of money to Hulsbergen and Hofstede, but at least now the hole is not as big. Amersfoort will bid farewell to Kevin Dirksen. I mean, age 36, he probably could stand to retire. Alright, Busum. Who's Busum losing? Lars Hoyer. Ooh. I mean, they're still deep in the hole, but at least it's not as bad. Ryan Aguilar. Neptunus is losing Haikoop. There's no easy way to do this, I'm realizing. And they still got Tom DeBlock on their payroll, but he's a hero. The Twins are actually in very good shape. With only Alan Frias. Being relieved. They scooped Tyrell Mercado and Gideon Marlin from us on the cheap. Ditto for Scope. Ditto for Mendez. I am upset with them. All right, we have successfully mostly fixed people's budgets. Still not entirely, but at the very least, we should be able to get people out of the hole faster in this case. So every team's going to have $50,000 to play with. A one-time subsidiary. Or subsidy. And I'll give Osterhout an extra 100,000 because they won the whole shebang last year. Or they won the cup. Interesting that Neptunus says total money available and budget space available. Oh! Courtesy of the payroll cuts, they're actually the only team here that's making money, which, again, tracks. Don't have money for extensions, though, but at least we're out of the hole and we can sign guys. Oh, right, Osterhout was going to get an extra 100,000 for winning the plate. How much did RCH need? And the Griffins are in the deepest hole of the bunch. Okay. We've been able to rescue the Hofidklasse teams. How bad are the... Yikes! How the heck did the Pirates lose so much money? What is going on here? Projected other expenses? What? Why are they saving money for a draft that they're not going to participate in? Okay, that's something easy to fix, namely because this league does not have a draft. Holy snot boogers. Is that why everyone's finances looked hideous? That's better. Alright, let's... There's not supposed to be a draft in these leagues. There. Criminy. Hopefully that means that the lower leagues will be able to actually go out and sign guys. We'll see. Alright, now that I've mostly fixed things, I may have to go in and adjust the lower leagues after this season. We'll see. Let's go out and sign some guys. With the budget that we have, all 50,000 of it. Start with a catcher. As much fun as it would be to get coppers, I feel like we gotta shoot lower. In particular, let's look at fielding ratings and see if we can get someone who's a better framer. Van der Vel is good, but he's fragile. Carmen's going to want a lot of money. Also have to remember, this is a dead ball era league, effectively. Coppers, I know. Dave Muhlendijks. Okay. I think we're going to go Muhlendijks here. Yeah, we can't even re-extend Geis Bertha. Oh, right. I need to hop off commish mode and see if I can build a team with the money we've got. So, Muhlendijks. Let's see if he'd be willing to go for 7,000. The plan is sign players to one-year deals just to get through the season and then see how next season looks. So we got a first baseman in Vigers. Imarika would be an amazing second baseman, but we can't afford him. Frode Dorgalo. Alright, you know, decent middle infield option. Hemskirk. Okay, we're going to bring Hemskirk back. Let's see. Can we do 3 at 7? There we go. Yes, he was sub replacement, but I like the guy, and defensively he's going to become our new shortstop. Not just our second baseman. George van Vessel. Alright, that's an option. Schipper. 10 grand. Ooh. Knud Klipp. Geritzen. Let's see if we can get Dorgello on a single year. He doesn't want to come here for a single year. Okay. At least we got a third baseman. Now we should probably get a defensive center fielder. With Burleson gone. I mean, we could put Hofstede in there, but I'd rather have someone who can actually defend. Someone like an Igram Egalar would be a lot of fun. Grey Kuipers? Ooh. Oh, hello. Alright, let's compare these two and see if Kuipers is worth the extra cash. That's a yes. Alright, so Grey wants a 3-year deal. We can do that. So that gives us Hofstede, Krakendonk, Hemskirk, Muhlendijks. We should probably look for another second baseman. Or we can get someone in the draft. Let's not forget we have the draft coming up. Or is Diego able to move to second base? Oh! Oh, Diego should be... Oh, Diego's probably best as our third baseman, yeah. Okay. And now we need a DH. So let's look at batting ratings, all batters. Actually, all players. Yeah, Verstegen is going to go to one of the big clubs. Jeremy doesn't want to come over. Looking for someone contact heavy. Yeah, we're not going to re-sign Jakey. Because power does not play in this league. Let's go grab Hoekinstra. At the very least, he can be a backup cat. Oh, never mind. Look at those numbers. Oy, oy, oy. We could get Jandro Trump and move Krakendonk to corner outfield. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're going to give Trump some extra cash. So that's half our budget on position players. Now we got to get some bullpen guys. And ideally, another starter. And we need to focus on control in this league, for sure. Now, we also have to keep in mind, we have 5 foreign players that can join us. We only have one signed at the moment in Velasquez. So we can always go out and get a foreign pitcher. I don't have to go for someone big like Lars. Ari Franson does not want to come here. Oh, he does. Ooh. Do we sign our ace for the next season? Splurge a little bit, and then we can move Soler back to the bullpen. I think we're going to try that. Promise him starting rotation and see if he'll take 10 grand. with a player option in year 3. And a no trade clause. Now we can look for relievers. Von Gerp. Yeah, let's bring him back. 1 year, why not? No such thing as a bad 1-year deal. How much does Jaden Estanista want? Nothing. Okay, does not want to come here. Gerrit Schiel from Hasenkamp. Nope. Blew through our budget. We're going to need to wait a little while. Let's see if any of these guys actually want to sign with us. While this sims, I'm going to take a short break and refresh my beverage. Be right back. Today's broadcast is powered by Pepsi Max, because they didn't have Coke Zero when I went to the store. My wife's a Pepsi person. Okay, with 3 teams going after Ari Franson. Yeah, we're gonna stay in the fight here. Looks like Amsterdam Quick and the RCH Penguins and Neptunus are all going after him. As we wait for folks to be able to enter the development lab. Oh, Twins are... no, I can't do that. I'm going to be out on Franson. Well, at least now we have some money to go after other pitchers. That's too much for a setup, dude. I need someone with better PBAP suppression too. Okay, so Obke Bruggen. Nope, don't like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing options here. So that may be something where we go to the foreigners for some bullpen help. Let's take a look at the starting pitchers though. So if we're out on Franson, do we go with Davey Hopman instead? I mean, I am still looking just at domestic players. I'm not looking at everyone. Gerardo Rosario is the big get. RCH Penguins ace, but we can't afford to keep him. Or to go after him. Alright, so Schoondervord. I feel like that's an option we can do. Not for 3 years, though. Smulders doesn't have the right setup. Let me fix this. Let's go pitching. Let's go with PBAP and HR rate. Because in this dead ball league, we want PBAPIP suppression and control, not HR suppression. It's one of the reasons why Franzen and Roberto Celaya are both looking like such big deals. Celaya, the big prize that the Amsterdam Pirates got for staying in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. Now a pending free agent. Or now a free agent. Could go Jimmy Boyce. New Zealander and Dutch, so he counts. Let's see who else is at the 50 level, because this league also has a lot of walks. Jorgeni Casimiri. So Casimiri's an option. Looks like he's a jerk, though. All right, let's stick with Boyce. Let's give him a 2-year deal, opt out if trade or team is relegated, promise him starting pitching, and see if he'll go for 7.5. All right, Hemskirk returns to the Pioneers. Welcome home, Terrence. You are going to be our new shortstop. All right, Van Gerp, Tromp, Kuipers, and we got Muhlendijks as well. So let's get him into the dev complex working on his defense. All right, things are looking a little better. Still do need a second baseman. But yeah, if we roll Hofstede, Kuipers, Tromp in our outfield, I feel like that's death to flying things. And then we got Bas Krokendonk, who can probably learn a new position or make him our DH. See, I have not tried Dr. Pepper in my memory. I know it exists. I keep thinking it's like a spicier version, or it's not like actual cola. Am I wrong? Am I up a creek here? Now, of course, we have to play within the budget that we have. And let's turn off the filter on Honkball guys, and let's see if we can go sign someone foreign for that spot, that second base spot. Someone like a Danny Brito. Or Ethan Bates, two-way guy. Hello! Yeah, let's go bring Ethan Bates in to help out with our bullpen, or to be a starter, and to DH. That's a DH bat for sure. Oh, yeah. Okay, so good find. Hey, familiar face. Luis Curbelo. Flying Purple Baseball Beaters crossover. Looking for L cheapies, guys who are willing to sign for like $7 grand. Another two-way dude in Fleming Hall. A little bit more of a raw product here, though. I'd be willing to let him develop before we throw money his way. Okay, I like Nathaniel Rodriguez. I think that's our dude. So Nathaniel can be shortstop and Hemsker can move back over to second, and that's a pretty solid up the middle combo. Basically, he's the cheaper version of Jakey Josefa. And with the slim amount of cash we have... Oh, good to know. Alright, we got Jimmy Boyce. Ari Franzen goes to the Twins. They're making the most of their extra budget. And with Jimmy Boyce joining the team, now we can move Enrique Soler to the bullpen, where he can be our super stopper. Curacao going and adding Luke Highcoop. He rejoins the club. Franzen, Zwitzer, Geisen. Cohn Geisen seems like an interesting choice, coming over from the Storks. Coppers, old buddy. Van der Weist goes to the Quick, formerly of Amsterdam Pirates. Ryan Huntington comes over to the Twins. So Twins are the ones spending the most money right now. Makes sense. They have the extra 100 grand. We got Frankie V and Jayandro Tromp and Gray Kuipers. All right. Feeling good. And now we can force Krokendonk to DH. So his defense, while halfway decent, doesn't burn us that much. And as a switch hitter, like fielding stats wise, yeah, he's not been good. Last year was worse than the year before. So let's organize it this way. Let's get Tromp to right field, Hofstede to left, Kuipers to center field. I like it. And with Von Gerp available out of the bullpen, old friend, hello. Good to see you again. Struck while the iron was hot. And we still have 15 grand for signing dudes. Yeah, let's go after Chase Soleski. Let's lock him up to 3 years. That way Jimmy Boyce doesn't have to become as big of a necessity. So, Nathaniel Rodriguez takes over as the new shortstop. Now we can go sign some bench dudes. Macho's available. Either that or we sit on the money and just wait a little while longer. Ooh. Ooh. No, we don't need more outfielders. We do need a backup infielder, though. Someone who can play multiple positions would be ideal. Yele Jacobs? Okay. 6 grand. Done. Is anyone on the trading block at this point? Nope. Everyone's just trying to build up their team. Marika and one of the big signings, Dickie Vonders, going over to Osterhout. Dickie probably profiles best as a DH, but wow, that bat. Kick Hartkamp, great name going to the Penguins. Pascual Mole to Curaçao. Franca, Hoyer. Twins putting their money to good use. Pat Maybach going to the Griffins. Breivik Valera staying around. After 2 seasons with us and taking 2028 off, he heads to the Griffins. Happy Thanksgiving long weekend to fellow Canadians. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day long weekend to folks in California. Just Bambach goes to the Quick. On a decent looking deal, too. At this point, it's about being sustainable and making sure we have money saved over for next. Ethan Bates. Our new two-way dude. So I guess we can go to a 4-man rotation. Get Bates in there. Because otherwise, if he's a DH and reliever, that doesn't really work. Tore up Rookie League for the Blue Jays. We'll give him a shot in the rotation. And he can sub at a lot of positions as well, so... Let's see if we can't improve his infielding. Ethan Bates, infield defense. Fennel. Make sure everything is loaded up, fielders wise. Get Hofstede in there to improve his outfield defense. So it is going to be a small draft pool, of course, and next preseason I have to turn it off for the lower leagues. That's the way it's supposed to work. Custer's going to the quick. Eurostar's finally making some signings, including Jakey Josefa. I mean, this also is a very high stamina league, so even having a 30-pitch starter, or 30 stamina starter like Ethan Bates is not a problem. I figure with 4 starters, we'll see who actually wins a job, and then we'll go from there. Josuke Iwamoto, apparently in the draft class. Yeah, we gotta make sure that everyone coming up through the draft from the islands has secondary Netherlands. There we go. The rest of these folks will be entering the player pool and can just be signed as regular folks. I'm just glad we won't need to rush all these folks up. Ooh, Renz Berenzen as a backup catcher? Okay, that I can get behind. Who does the mock draft have us taking? Ryan Snell. Ooh. Ooh. Sugud Koriche. Yes, the South African Baseball League is a thing here. Got to make sure all the South Africans show up with secondary Dutch. There we go. No improvement for Hemskirk. Old friend Bean Kwak posted by the KT Wiz. Alright, Muhlendijk's with a defense up. Nice. Alright. Ooh, excelling for Enrique Soler, improving his control. That would be nice. That'd be very nice. We'll take a look at the alternate history for the majors in a moment. So, Jelle Jacobs takes over as our new, or with another backup outfielder. Bates, Our infielder. Backup infielder. Keep getting those backwards. We still have money, too, so... Oh, Verstegen wants big money. Okay. Neptunus is going to be spending thwacks of cash. Wait, did I screw up everyone's budget somehow? No, apparently Neptunus is just going to swing a deal. Adding Selesky means Sprong isn't needed as one of our starting pitchers, which is great. Another outfielder would be ideal. Fook Vandenberg. Perfect. Let's see if it'll take 7.5. With that other one, a team option, $500 buyout. A couple more pitchers wouldn't be a bad thing. Go after Gareth Kuipers. Christian Rodriguez goes to the Griffins. Freddie Vos still unsigned. See who else. Oh, Vincent Hoff goes to Neptunus. He was just offering a buzz off kind of name to us, or offer to us. Dr. Ditter, Gerardo Rosario going to Busum, the big ace from the Penguins. Cordeckers from Curacao to RCH. Dirksen and Junior Martina both going to Eurostars. They're being savvy. They're waiting it out. Champion Rangers, thank you for the follow. So they got Semlauf and a few guys just waiting around. Anton Eisel adding Josefa and Martina means they may have the best up-the-middle defense in the league. And they got Burleson too. Oh, man. Alright, so we got Kuipers then. Once we lock in Selesky and Vandenberg, I think that's it for our signings. Let's head over to the other leagues and see what's going on. Hey, what's going on in the K? Congratulations to the Hanwha Eagles winning the Korean Series 4-3, despite almost blowing a 3-1 series lead. On the road too, nice. Moon Hyun Bean, Series MVP. Hi, Rosie Juan. Good to see you. Clint Frazier. That's a name. And Daniel Palka. So, in this version of the K, Samsung Lions wins it all in 2025, Twins in 26, Tigers in 27, Hanwha in 28. Of course, I do have a soft spot for the Hanwha Eagles because of Ro Si Hwan. I gotta check, where is the KBO playoff situation at? Because they're in the middle of the Landers walked off the Lions to win today's game. Samsung has the next 2 games at their place. Lewin Diaz, 50 home runs. Wow. Winner of this series, of course, goes on to play Hanwha Eagles, who finished second. Winner goes on to the Korean series to face the LG Twins. And then in the majors, congratulations to the Minnesota Twins in 2025, the Yankees in 2026, the Red Sox in 2027, and the Mets in 2028. I do like that we have more lefties in the lineup now. Crocendonk and Bates will fight over who gets to be DH. Bates will probably DH when he's starting, and we can put Crocendonk in as a backup. And once I hit preseason, I'll be able to turn off the draft for the other leagues. Chase Soleski joins the starting rotation, which means Jimmy Boyce. We spent $7,500 on a bullpen dude, whatever. So Fondorn, Soleski, Sprong, Bates. Actually, let's move Sprong out. Let's just go with those 3. So Sprong and Soler as our 1-2 punch in the bullpen. Kuipers, Hulsbergen, and Van Gerp. Boyce and Hogendorn. I feel like that's a pretty solid set. Also excited to see Hogendorn finally pull it together for a whole season. Thank you, Sports Ghost. I do have my beverage with me. Take a big sip. My parents got me a glass, or a blown glass mug from a place called Merrickville near Ottawa. I have to say, I'm quite enamored of it. Gonna be seeing my folks tomorrow. And Fook Vandenberg becomes our backup outfielder. Now we just need a backup catcher and we're set. Unless we draft one. A lot of people signing minor league deals. We are not doing that. Yeah, Twins are going to be tough. Billy Corcoran looks like an excellent get for them. Freddie Vos goes to the Twins. So just like that. Twins are likely to repeat with Franson, Coop, Hoyer, and Smulders as the rotation, and Irvin Meese. Oh my goodness, where did they get this guy? Oh, draft pick. That changeup develops. Ooh boy. Mock draft says we're taking Hadis Machuca. High school from Soweto in Gauteng province. I don't know, I could go for like a Lupe Kramer. Or Ren Berenzen. I think Berenzen might be our go-to. But we'll see. We only get one pick. Gotta make it count. Curacao Neptunus will be selecting Sugut Koriche. Don't need another outfielder. Nyland, I don't trust. Gabor Delanga, no. Regelink, love the name. I think we're going to go with Bagenson. We need a backup catcher. We only have our starter for one more year. Welcome to the team, Ren Barenson. Griffins will be taking Dennis Westra. The Penguins, Jamie Regelink. Amersfoort will be taking Marcel Deval. Ooh, that's a very good looking shortstop. The Eurostars adding Gabor Delanga. Honkball Club, Alan Veerbar. Hey, Cavacom! Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go, Blue Jays! You better be wearing your white panel cap tomorrow, my man. I still have mine from 2015. I could have thrown it onto the field when Edwin had his homer hat trick, but I decided to keep it. And I'm glad I did. Honkball Club, Alan Veerbar will take Brandon Greaves. And the Osterhout Twins will take Ryan Schnell. The remaining players, of course, will be entered into the free agent pool. Yeah, let's grab Lewin van der Harst. Let's see if we can lock him up for 3 years. Or 1. Okay. Keyboom, of course, doesn't want to come here. Ozzy Diaz is a draft eligible player, but I think I'll pass. Let's save the last $5,000 for another time. And let's get our new catcher. Where did he go? Ah, there he is. Barenson to improve his skills. Let's get Bates back in to improve his outfield defense. Let's see who we need to work on improving speed for as well. So Mullendykes will basically be a mentor to Barenson. I just realized we don't have a catcher or a captain on this team. We've got leaders in Velasquez, Sprong, Hulsbergen, and Krakendonk. If we move Sprong to starter, does he become a captain? Yes, he does. Okay, so we got to keep Sprong in the rotation. So we'll go to a 4-man. And we absolutely should have Van Gerp higher up than Kuipers. Frankie V, my dude. And Hulsbergen as a specialist. Yeah, Henning Hulsbergen should only be a specialist, really. There we go. Oh, Cavicom, you gotta get yourself a white panel cap. Store should be open today. Hee. And Vonderhurst joins the team. Ah, I see we put him in the reserve roster so we can finish growing. That I like. Actually, let's move Hogendorn down and move Vonderhurst up. This guy coming out of the pen? Yeah, that's mean. Ooh. Oh, Gabe Likey. I will see if Bates can finish developing and if he's going to... I mean, he's got a 4-pitch mix. He's got a changeup. He could start here. And then we just turn it over to the long relief dudes. All right, that's our 22-man roster. That's everybody. So that we can zoom through the rest of the off-season. Maybe we'll get some game action in. Who knows? No improvement from either of Kuipers or Tromp. Right, let's figure out who's our speedster is going to be. Let's get base running in there as well. So basically everyone except for Jacobs, Barenson, and Muhlendijks should be picking up base running and base stealing. I want to be able to stretch every single base hit to extras. We should be menaces on the base paths. On a sidebar, if you want to be a part of an online league that I am a part of. In fact, I GM the Kansai Cubs of the JPBO. We are looking for new participants in the Grandest Salami. We are actively recruiting new managers. A lot of old affiliates and familiar faces in the community. Christophorus, Sergeant Mushroom, guys like those. Kidneys is in there. I am part of the sim team as well, so as sort of like sub-commissioner running the JPBO. Tactile Nex is in there. Ludwig and the Osaka Bulls basically run the friggin' league. Fun group, good times. Join up. There's 2 teams in the J looking for managers, 4 teams in the majors. It's the only online league I participate in, and it truly is the best options out there, or among the best. Let's get... screw it, vote for everyone. No improvement from Hofstede or Barensen. Go for it, Adam Zero. Take a look at the roster, take a look at the Discord, take a look at the Stats Plus. One of the teams that is available in the the JPBO only has 1 farm team and a Winter League club. So if you're looking for an easier experience without having to manage too many prospects, I strongly recommend it. Plus, you're in the same league as me! And I bring my usual sense of camaraderie, silliness. Let's see here. Hemskirk. Load everyone up with base stealing techniques. Make sure that everyone knows how to run and how to steal. Important to have both of those. There we go. We got the queue full up. Not going to bother with bunting because, come on. Thanks, Adam Zero. If you want the better of the 2 JPBO teams, the Golden Kites is them. But the Panthers have some interesting prospects, and if with an active GM, they could make some noise. Velazquez on track. Sprong frustrated. Vigers frustrated. Enrique Soler, huge strides. Yes. Very rare that I see that we actually are going to be beating a long program. I mean, long way to go still. Van Dorn on track to improve his control. Nice. If he finishes developing, like, not even the majors could stop him. Love this guy. All right, Ethan Bates improves his outfield. Nice. Good to know that we can count on him as a versus right DH option. Hemskirk improves his batting or his base running. As we wait for the preseason to begin. Hofstede excelling. Nice. I do wonder how much the money actually helps in terms of the progress bars. Does anyone know, like, what traits actually affect player development in the dev lab? Or is it fluky? I'm not sure. Alright, Bates with a better base running. Hofstede, better base running. For him, that's a nice improvement. Actually, let's flip Hofstede base stealing technique and make him work on his bunt. Still nobody gets into the Hall of Fame. Should check to see how we're doing budget-wise. Do we want to work with one of the teams in the WBC qualifiers? I thought we were going to be the manager for the Netherlands. Oh, good thing China and Chinese Taipei are in separate qualifiers. Oh, yeah, there was that Team Taiwan documentary that I saw that I want to make sure I have in my watch later list. Oh shoot, it's gone private already? Boo. Rats. I was really looking forward to seeing that. So I feel like we definitely raised the floor of the team. We still got a little bit of money left over too, so we should probably go and sign some minor league guys. Do we get Von Hemmer to be a platoon bat? Not for 8,000 just to sit on the bench. Lowest payroll. At least all the budgets have reset. Vito Schmitz. Top payroll on the Eurostars. A lot of teams now showing projected positive balance. Good. The money I gave actually helped. Of course, you can't sort by contract demand that easily. We got a backup pitcher in Hogendorn. Let's add Ramon Taylor. Just as a backup plan. And we'll save the rest of the money for a rainy day. We're only allowed a 22-man roster anyway. Everyone else has to go on the reserves. All right, Ramon Taylor. Now on the reserve roster. Always helps to have more pitchers than you think you need. Who is the cheapest middle infielder we can get? Oh, wait! Look who's available! We gotta sign him. Bobby friggin' Boogard. I don't care if it only leaves me with like $1,000 left. Kuipers improves his base running exceptionally. He's probably glad to be freed from the Chrome Tigers.
Imagine a planet of little TJ lasers, all highly skilled in weapons and biotic tactics.
We got him.
Absolute ruler. If you don't want to be a part of this incredible vision, then you can get a space taxi back to Planet Idiot.
Bobby Boogard. The legend, the man, the myth, is now on our reserve roster. Haha.
I'm TJ Laser, expert with lasers and phasers. Death to the idiot scourge.
All right, people liking the base running programs. And yes, when I say we're talking about a dead ball era league, the home run leader's tied at 4. Trump's going to be a menace on the base paths.
Lasers and phasers.
We had Giandro's brother Giandito at one point. Turns out Giandito Trump is already retired. As did Jason Guy's Bertha, as I looked. Yes, everything is now right in the world. We have Bobby Boogard. As soon as I saw that name, I knew we had to get this man in our organization. And budget's been cut. Great. Thanks, Vanta Closter. Appreciate it. Let's get to the league settings and... Alright, so we're keeping the draft, but we're turning it off for Irsta, Tveda, and Derda. They have to pick up our scraps. Actually, no, let's keep it at 7. Where are we starting this season? Oh, we gotta fix the schedule. Schedule blew up. Import from file. No idea why the schedule keeps screwing up. That's better. That's the way it's supposed to look. We are starting the season at home against Rosmalen, so we will get some game action in tonight. Today. And let's fix the other... leagues so they all have the same schedule. There we go. That's much better. Oh, right. I also need to tweak the locations of the teams in the lower leagues. Alright, based on all the promotions and relegations and what have you. I do have a map for this. Otherwise, teams end up having to travel extra and it doesn't work. And I messed it up. Okay. So Vasanar needs to move down to Eerste-Klasse. What do you mean I can't click and drag? There we go. So glad I thought of this now, just as I'm fixing the schedule for everyone. Oh my god, can I click somewhere that doesn't cause a pop-up? Alright, so teams that hung around in the top flight. That's where we are. So that's Griffins. Right, I forgot Kinheim got relegated. So Quick Amersfoort got promoted. As well as the Eurostars. Okay, so took care of Hofenklasse. Then Eerste-Klasse is Pirates, Kinheim, Storks. Oh, Sparks went down, okay. As did Utrecht, wow. Or, yeah, Sport Part Paperclip. So who got called up? Onze Gezellen. Onze Gezellen. Do we have Storks? Vasenar. Textown Tigers. There's Storks. Okay. Canine. So I'm looking for the Arnhem Rhinos. There. Now I can look at Tveda Class and figure out where everyone's going to be playing. As you can see, things are a little bit lopsided with all the promotions and relegations. So I gotta fix this. So Utrecht. There's DSS. Alright, there's DSS. Rotterdam Saints. Is that a promotion? Did not realize this was going to take this long, folks. Maybe I need to actually change some of the names here. So Wombats are sticking around. Hasenkamp is... Dragons went down. Rowdies are sticking around. This is what happens when you do this stuff and you lose track. At Hovendorp, Flying Petrels, yep. Gouden Braves. Tommen. I do not see Tommen, so they're going down. Elevote, Crom Tigers. That's Eindhoven. Did not realize it was going to be this much maintenance just to keep teams in the right area. Alright, so Tilburg Blue Lions got promoted. As did the Fennet Flyers. Let's turn that off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, cool. Finally got every team in the right spot. So now I can figure out who's in A and who's in B. So Tilburg Blue Lions is going to go... Pool B, as is Utrecht. Alright, so I gotta fix the structure here. So Pool B is going to be Helvoet, Ritterkirk, Tilburg Blue Lions, Eindhoven, Nijmegen, Utrecht. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. Now I can go fix the schedule. No, don't delete them. And that should make it easier for the teams to manage their own travel. Let's take a look at the Derde class. Don't think there's going to need to be too many changes. And there isn't. Okay, so Bears, Herons, Caribe, Redcaps. Okay, so the Dragons need to move. And the Dragons are going to move with Tommen? Yeah, that's the flip. I was just there. The things we do, we're making this all accurate-ish. Cool. Done. Put all that away. Can we get to spring training now? Please? Of course, now there's only like 4 teams in this league who we have stadium for. Wait, I'm not sure if we have for Oosterhout. Ooh, stealing improves by 10? For Heemskerk? Nice! Speedy Speed Boy. Alright, let me just double check. Edit ballpark. Yeah, we don't have for RCH. We do have for Curacao, for Honkball Club Alan Weber. For Pioneers, but not for others. So, only going to be a handful of games we're actually going to be able to, you know, see in this coming season. A lot of games at home. Selling, frustrated. Quiet end to the off-season. At least we spent the money when we did. Owner cut our budget again. Van Dorn with a... Ooh, everything going up. Stuff, movement, and stamina. Hello, sir. Ramon Taylor with a potential down. Solaire with a movement down, or Selesky with a movement down. Oh well. Solaire drops everything. So he's going to be a bullpen dude going forward. Got it. Kuipers with a velo up. Okay. Velasquez with a contact up. Boyce with a movement and control up. Krakendonk needs to deliver on his promise. And we need to be able to extend him. Four days left. Oh, come on, Krakendonk. Wow, Solaire is just blowing past. Like, there's locking in, and then there's whatever the hell that is. Krakendonk, outstanding. Potential and current BAPIP up. Yes. More balls in play. No improvement, no improvement. Outstanding for Solaire. Current and potential control up. Love it. Kevin Vigers. Worked on his strength and conditioning, and now he's almost durable. Oh, come on, Van Dorn. I don't need you to lose control on me. Nathaniel Rodriguez. More stealing. Ditto Jandro Tromp. Come on, just get to the frustrated line. Oh no. Current control drops, current movement drops. Oh no. I mean, he's still ace caliber, let's be real here. But that was not what I needed to see. Sugut Koriche. Gonna be a starter for Neptunus, it looks like. All right, let's figure out who is going to be on the team. And in what role. So, Selesky, we'll move him up. We're going to make him our starting opening day starter. No, we're going to do Van Dorn, Selesky, Sprong. Do we need a captain? Let's make sure Bates can also get some extra appearances, even if he's in the rotation. Or do we just make him a bullpen guy full-time? Yeah, never mind. We're gonna go with a three-man rotation. Van Dorn, Selesky, Sprong. And I want... Clear the bullpen. Let's make sure Bates is long relief, emergency SP, so that way we can actually use him as a bullpen dude. Or as a bench dude, if we need to. Pinch hitter. So then, is Soler or Van der Horst our closer? Soler's going to be our stopper. Van der Horst, setup dude. Alt stopper. Van Gerp, mid relief, use more often, high leverage. Holzbergen, specialty versus left, long relief. Or mop up. All right, let's see how that works. And then, fielding-wise, we really shouldn't have Vigers as our first baseman against lefties. So let's train Bates there. Hee 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 hee. So, Barensen. Are we okay with Kuipers being primary center fielder when we also have Vandenberg? He's a lefty specialist. Okay, so let's turn off a forced start there. So, Bates to first base. Go with Tromp at center field. Vandenberg does do better against lefties, so question is that Hofstede or... Yeah, let's get Vandenberg in there. Giandro, Deef sub. Kuipers, Deef sub. Bates up. Okay, I like that. Like that we've got as many lefties as we do. So Tromp leading off. Rodriguez, Krakendonk, Hofstede, Velasquez, Barensen, Vandenberg, Bates, Hemskirk. Actually, let's flip Bates up and move Vandenberg down to last. And then versus lefties, then we're going with Vigers at first. Flip Velasquez and Jacobs. With Diego as defensive sub. I feel like that's better. Still shouldn't have extended Vigers, but whatever. Make sure Bates gets some extra play time. All right. Let's rock and roll. Go a little extra long here and make sure that we get some game action in before we wrap today's stream session. Falk van Doorn versus Billy Corcoran. The championship Griffins coming to Sport Park Pioneers to take on the new look Hoofddorp Pioneers. It's a beautiful evening, fans. We're just going to play the first inning. All right, Barenston. Might as well finish the intentional walk. Hi, old friend. Rounded to Hemskirk. On to second. Beautiful play. Hemskirk, Rodriguez, Bates. All right, I can show the spray here again. Fly ball to right. Right at Vandenberg. And Deandro Tromp drops one into center field. Okay, let's turn the spray off. It's not working as well as I thought. How's Tromp's speed? Pretty good. Wee. You steal on me, I steal on you. Krockendonk batting third. Tries to go the opposite way. That's not going to do anything. Niebuhr makes the grab. Hofstede. Continuing a hit streak from last season. Both teams just with the hit. Both runners in scoring position. Nothing getting across. Johann Stolk. With a double. Grounded to Nathaniel. One away. Silasa. Strikeout victim. Van Dorn with his first K of the season. Nies van der Maas. Off the end of the bat, Hemskirk. As automatic as they come. Tromp standing at second again. Krockendonk to the opposite field fence. That's going to give the Pioneers the lead. KD. Krockendonk. KD. Krockendonk is here. Hofstede on the first pitch, line to left. Long run for Niebuhr, but he makes the grab. Second and third, two down for Fook Vandenberg. Hard hit past the first baseman into the right field corner. Fook Vandenberg. 2 RBI double. Trump. High fly ball, center field. And when he gets under one, it's not a good sign. My cats are fighting. Van Dorn walked 3, struck out 3, and now Valera, the infield in, tying run at the plate. 2-2 on the way, and he's plunked. This is the issue with Honkball Hoofdklasse. It can all come undone so quickly. Get Frankie Van up. That'll be a double play for Danny Brito. 1 run sneaks across. Dougie Vos now. 2-2 on the way from Van Dorn. Line jumping grab by Rodriguez. Oh boy. That'll be a good first start for Van Dorn. Franklin van Gerp into the game. Old friend of ours. Johan Stoke, 2-2. 2 down now for Nick Hofer. Leuven van der Harst up in the bullpen. Popped up on the infield. Just out in foul territory, Barensen makes the play. Leuven van der Harst. College player. Might be a starter someday, but for now he's helping out of the bullpen. Enrique Soler looming as well. Corcoran going for the complete game here. Enrique Soler dealing with Danny Brito. Brito, line to center field. That'll fall in front of Tromp. Defensive substitutions coming for the Pioneers, and thank goodness we actually have defensive options to substitute with. Greg Kuiper's taken over in center field. Tromp moving to right. Kevin Viegers taking over at first base. Hanscrew is out. 3-1 count to Vos. Fly ball to center field. Kuiper is coming into the game. Lovely run from him. Here's Niebuhr. Line to shallow right. That's going to fall in front of Tromp. Runners held at first and second. Tying run at first. Here's Elroy van Schaik. Or Schaik, the designated hitter. Line to third. Great grab by Velasquez. 2 down. Pinch hitter is Darren Schrick. Oh, 1 on the way. Grounded to first. Viegers enters the game and seals the deal. Pioneers take this one 3-1. Falke van Doorn the win. Van Gerp and van der Harst holds. Soler his first save of the season. Only 1 error by Barensen. Sprong takes the hard luck loss. Pat Maybach goes the distance. 7 walks, 7 strikeouts. 126 pitches. Sprong just the 1 unearned run as Jelle Jacobs makes an error. But he made up for it by going 2 for 4, I guess. Hard luck loss. Chase Soleski will be the opening day starter. Real dude? Real dude! Okay. So I gotta go find his picture in between streams. I'm gonna be rating y'all into some of our coverage of PTCS, Perfect Team Championship Series. See what DCFC is rolling. Looks like he's deep in some of the tournaments. And then, of course, later tonight, PTCS Finals coverage with Dishnet34. Man, give him a hug. I hope he wasn't up for all that game last night. Hell, I started to watch NPB coverage. That game took so long. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. I will be back online on Wednesday with the Flying Purple Baseball Beaters. Firage, take us out. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend.